All right, everybody. Welcome out to Windshield Time at Mountain Land Supply, a podcast for all mountain landers out there to get a little bit of a peek behind the curtain with some of the executive team. So we named this Windshield Time at Mountain Land Supply because this should feel as if we came by your branch, picked you up, and we just went for a cruise. You know, we always call that windshield time. So Brandon and I are talking to each other. Hey, let's go get some windshield time. Hop in the truck and just cruise around for a little while. A lot of good ideas happen organically that way, especially as we're driving between branches. You know, there's a lot of stuff that happens that way. So we called it windshield time for that reason. And it's really to kind of provide a little bit of more transparency to you as the employees in a way that's a little bit easier than just reading it on a page. Right, Brandon?
Yeah. I'd say a lot of the time, you know, when we've done the windshield times, just like you and me, or just even with other people, I learn.
Yeah.
I learn about things that I didn't know, especially about our business. It can be history. It could be a process that we're doing, things of that nature. But it's really nice when you get a person that in a room or in a car and just to be able to talk to them and just let the ideas flow. That's kind of, it's really cool. And that's kind of what we're thinking here is,
Yeah.
hey, let's do some free flowing conversation that, you know, you might be able to be a part of it, listen to it. Hopefully you learn from it, get some maybe history about our company, understanding about why we're doing some of the things we do, things of that nature. And also to get to know, you know, Joey, you and me just a little bit better, right?
Yeah.
Because crazy thing, how many employees we got now? Man,
Over 1,000.
Yeah, over 1,000
Yeah.
employees. And unfortunately, we can't get to meet everyone that comes to the company. And so I feel like this would be a way that would be very personal.
Yeah.
That you could learn a little bit about who we are and kind of understand our personality a little bit better, for good or bad.
Yeah, you'll get both regardless. So there's, along with us, there'll be, you know, members of our leadership team. So we have James Calvert, Ben Meekum, and Bruce Egbert, who will also be here from time to time. And then we'll grab other employees as well and just highlight some of them. And if there's something that's really cool or compelling or fun or exciting or interesting, we're going to try and bring it to you. So, you know, continue to send us your feedback so we can make this really your experience and answer the questions that you want to hear about. So,
yeah, we didn't introduce ourselves, did we?
No.
Should we
That's mistake number one.
We probably should do that.
You want to go first? You want me to go first?
So I'll introduce myself. My name is Brandon Johnson. I serve as the CEO of Mountain Land Supply. And for a you that don't know that, that's a chief executive officer. And
Chief. You notice that was a subtle Kansas City Chiefs reference there?
Thank you. I love my Chiefs. But as Joey, you know, you're the same way. I'm not a big fan of titles.
Mm-hmm.
When we sit around a table, we're all human beings. We're all employees of a phenomenal company.
Yep.
We might have different responsibilities, but titles should define who we are.
Yeah.
And I truly believe that. So I'm not a big fan of titles, but I do have a title for this, working here at this company. And I've been in this spot for the last 4 years. We're going on 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking about that the other day. It's been crazy right already.
It's been a whirlwind.
Well, it feels like it's been like a year. I'm still trying to learn what I'm supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
But it's been a fun 4 years. Before that, I was the CFO. So I'm a nerd at heart. I love numbers. There's days that I'd like to be in my office. I don't like to be out there in the world. I get like that. But then there's other days, man, I really love doing branch visits, things of that nature. So anyways, but that's who I am. I've been with Mountain Land for going on 10 years. It'll be 10 years at the end of January. Before that, I guess I'll give a little bit more background. Before that, I did public accounting for about 4 years, and the firm that I worked for, Mountain Land, was my client. So I knew what I was getting into when I decided to come over here and join the finance team. Mountain Land wasn't, but some of our sister companies were in some pretty rough shape. And I remember telling my wife that, you know, this might be only a year and I might be looking for another job.
Those were some dark days.
They were, man.
Yep.
They really were. I remember I was on the outside looking in, but I remember thinking that's rough.
Yeah.
That's rough. And then I decided to jump right in the middle. So
It's worth a try.
oh man, it was if anything, it was going to be some good experience. So, and then back in the day, I worked at one of our competition when I was 16. So I've been in the industry for, I'd say, for quite a few years, but I got out of it, went to school, did public accounting, then missed it so much I came back. But I came back to a good company, a great company. So that's who I am. Joey, who are you?
I'm Joey Little. I serve as president of the company. I've been at Mountain Land. Next year will be my 21st year. So it's started as a summer job a long time ago, longest summer ever on record. So I'm still hanging out, whether you guys like it or not. And I started as a...
We like it.
Yeah.
We like it.
I appreciate that. I started as a driver at Mountain Land, and then I kind of did a little bit of everything to where I'm at now. I did warehouse. I was in the yard. I drove the semi. I was in counter sales, warehouse, inside sales, outside sales, and then I went into management on the sales and marketing side, and that's the last stop before I got to president. So Brandon and I served on the previous rendition of the executive team.
Yeah.
When Brent Anderson was CEO.
Yeah.
And then when Brent retired, he named Brandon CEO and myself president. So we had kind of gotten to the point where we needed to split those roles out, and we started the management system that we employ here at Mountain Land Supply of EOS.
Yeah.
And Brandon serves as the visionary within that EOS structure, and I serve as the integrator. So the visionary comes up with all the big ideas and the big challenges, and then Brandon and I meet together and we decide what that looks like in a practicality standpoint, and then my orders are to go get it, make it happen. And then Brandon goes and finds another thing to do.
This is what I tell Joey, get it done.
Yeah.
And he does.
This sounds good. Let's try this. Let's get it done.
Joey, well, what about this? What about this? What about... I don't want to hear about it. Let's just get it done.
Don't talk about the labor. Just show me the baby.
Amen.
Yeah.
Amen.
So
Go ahead.
No, I was going to say that. So that's what we do. Those are our roles here. So Brandon says, we don't really talk about titles, but we all do have roles.
Yeah.
And we're all here working together, pushing in the same direction. So.
And the crazy thing is even with our titles, like we report to certain people, right?
Oh, yeah.
Like we all have our supervisors and things of that nature, but when we sit around that table, it's even within our executive team, there's a hierarchy of how things are. But when we sit around that table, we want the best for Mountain Land. Doesn't matter what your title is. It's what's the best decision.
Well, the best idea should always win.
Yeah.
Yep.
And collectively is usually when we get our best ideas.
Yep.
That's one of the things that I remember one time we were having an EOS meeting, and Joey will laugh at this, but we had a moderator there that was really pushing us kind of through some topics, some issues that we had. And there was an issue that we talked about, and I felt like we left it too early, because what I've realized with our team is when we just sit there and we just talk it out and just talk and talk and talk, we usually will come up with a phenomenal answer.
A better result.
Way better solution to the issue that we have. I felt like that when we jumped a little too early, and I'm going to be honest, I got a little upset. Not at our team.
There was passion.
Yeah, it's because I felt like we missed an opportunity talking about that solution.
Yeah.
And I remember, we kind of vowed at that time, hey, we're going to make sure that we've vetted this all the way through, that everybody's comfortable moving on. And it was a great learning experience for our team and who we are, and just defined it a little bit, our team a little bit better. And anyways, great group. Love the group. Love what we're doing.
Through that EOS, we also have, as you guys know, we have an ESOP that we're all part of here, and that's an ownership structure. So everybody here is an owner.
Yeah.
And so
will be
over time. And so everybody should feel that ownership that they have in the company. And because we want them to feel that way, we want you guys to have the best information possible.
Yep.
So we want you to know and be informed and to have fresh information, fresh data, so that you know that the decisions that we're making at our level are impacting you positively at your level.
This is, Joey, you know me, I've talked a lot about this of the more informed our employees are as owners. Basically, the more informed as you are an owner of the company of how it's performing, the better employee you're going to be.
Yeah.
And the better employee you are, the more performance we get out of you, which in turn means our company does better, which in turn makes it so that your ESOP, your retirement's even better.
It's all part of the same cake, right?
Yeah, it does. It's this like beautiful circular formula that goes around. And so I'm a huge proponent of being transparent and open and teaching
Yeah.
our employee owners, hey, this is what it means and this is what we're doing.
So that's the real point of this whole podcast experiment. We want to just bring you as much information so that you can, be comfortable with the decisions that are being made. So we will be doing that every week. So look for a new episode to drop every week. And that's about it. That's about all we have time for today.
Awesome. Thanks, Joe.
Yeah, thank you, bud. Thanks for spending some windshield time with us, guys.
Have a great day.
Bye.